for.
Hey Kaiser, can I take a detour and tell you about the first book I ever read?
You know what? Sure.
The first book I ever read was just called Witch, and not the witch that most of the people here know, where it's like the five girls that do the magic.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a book about actual witches.
That's
Like,
a TV show?
uh, I wish it was like the TV show, then it wouldn't be so fucking stupid. Like I used to like it, but as I got older and reflected on it,
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh, this book is really fucking stupid.
This book's stupid.
Like,
Oh my.
the main character was a Mary Sue. She was a witch. She knew she was a witch, 100% in control of her powers. She could even
Okay,
use her
dude.
powers to influence other people.
Nice, nice.
Like,
nice.
straight up mind control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds like a witch.
yeah.
So,
Very witchy to me.
and all she had to do was like use different stuff. Like, she could use fire to do the mind control thing. As long as she was like looking at fire, she could mind control whoever she was thinking about.
Okay.
By fire?
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue against it. Sure.
Okay, Lelouch.
Sure.
so she had this ability, and like the book opens up with her trying to get rid of this guy who for some reason is just super into her and won't take no for an answer.
The Johnny Bravo.
So
I see.
she tries to he's not even that bad. He's just talking to her, not in a I want to date you type of way, but in a casual we're friends type of way. I want to hang out.
Oh, one of those people who think, oh, we're friends, and you just don't have the heart to tell them,
Side
why are you
eye.
still talking?
Yes. And she's just like, go away, thinking in her head. And then she's like, okay, I'm done talking. Mind control, leave. He leaves. Then she just goes out in the woods. And out in the woods, she goes and just like remembering this thing her mom used to tell her, don't look into the water during like the full moon or something. And that's like strictly against the rules. And then she goes and does it. Because apparently, one thing they can do is if they're looking in the water during a full moon, they can see the future.
No.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
So she couldn't just, instead of mind control leave, she couldn't just say, hey, can I have some time to myself?
Oh, why
You
need
should do it-
why have communication skills when you have magic?
We've been the same thing.
See, that's the thing.
Riddle me
the
this.
reason
Why wasn't she allowed to look into the future?
Because her mom told her nothing good comes from it. Basically, I don't
Yeah,
remember
nothing
the
good comes from the
exact
future.
reason why, but her mom was just like warning her, "Don't fucking do it," because bad shit happens when you see the future,
I don't
or
know.
like the future gets set in stone when you look at it, or something like that.
Sure.
So I strictly remembered the mind control bit and why they introduced it first because it never comes up again in the series in the book,
Well,
and it
you
should
can-
have given the events.
Outrageous.
So when she goes and looks into the pool of water, and she sees the future,
Question. Is it
Hold
like
on,
any
hold
pool
on.
of water? Like, can I have a cup?
it's like
and
a
go
it's
to
like a
drink,
lake.
And it's like, oh,
It's like a lake.
Hold on, wait. I have to ask. I'm gonna give you a theory, and I want you to tell me if I'm close or really far off. You said she was a Mary Sue.
Yeah.
Does she look into the lake, see a future that's real bad for a bunch of other people, but her future is fine, but then throughout the story, she uses a whole bunch of magic to try and save them and ends up sacrificing herself because she's a Mary Sue and she's too good for this world?
Yeah, that's pretty much how the story goes.
Ha ha! Predictable!
So
predictable.
You want to be like Jesus, but not like this.
I don't need to look into that fucking lake. I already know.
Fucking lake, I'm a future seer.
she starts seeing visions of this guy, and like he's in this white coat and he's bleeding out, like because something bad happened. and then she sees some other stuff. I don't remember the rest. I just remember that part. Because it's been like a really fucking long time since I read the book. And then she decides to go out, and she goes out with her best friend, the guy who she was trying to get rid of, and the guy's new friend. And the guy's new friend turns out to be the guy in the white coat. So she's trying to figure out how to keep him from dying because she saw it happen, and she knows what her mom said. She saw it happen. It's gonna happen. They go into this like gas station or something, and they piss off the cashier or whatever. Pulls out a 12 gauge, blows the guy away.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
It's like, well, it's time to make this future reality. Today's the day.
I could just be like the cheap movie effects, just shotgun to string. Ah.
And I don't know
Is
if
it bad
he
that
did.
in my head that essentially what happened is the second she looked in the lake, this guy got a fucking quest marker over him?
Yes, basically.
The Skyrim update killed somebody. Dude in white shirt.
So, like, the thing that made me mad was after thinking about it for a while, because I didn't think about it while reading. I was like, wait, the entire time her and her friends was trying to de-escalate the situation before the gun went off, why didn't she try to mind control the dude?
She needs fire.
She didn't mind control the guy who she just met, who she's now super duper into. She didn't mind control him to just leave. She didn't mind control the guy with the gun to put it down, or
She
just
did
mind
fire.
control all her friends to just leave. No. She just let it happen. Like, oh no.
Mhm.
She knew it was happening as it was happening. She was like, oh no, I gotta stop this. And she just kept thinking, I gotta stop this. And wasn't
Doesn't
actively
actually
doing
stop
anything
it.
to stop it.
Yo,
I
can we back up for a
fucking
little
hate those.
did you say she tried to de-escalate the situation? What were they doing again? Were they trying to rob this place or something?
No, I don't. They weren't trying to rob it. I think they were trying to buy like alcohol and stuff because they were like out partying
So you
or
pulled
something.
out a 12 gauge?
Yeah, I think what happened, I think if I'm remembering it right, was the guy wasn't at the register at first, and they walked in, nobody was in the store. They went around grabbing stuff. The guys grabbed the alcohol, and I think the guy just assumed that they were robbing him because he already had the gun when he appeared, when he came out
Listen.
from the back.
Listen,
That's a bad assumption.
to
Mr.
quote
Workman.
Michael the Great Jordan, fuck them kids.
How are you going to assume you're being robbed when you're the one who left your shop open and went into the back? You get
Yeah.
customers, don't you?
And they, like, the two girls tried to de-escalate. The guy who got shot wasn't even the one who was arguing with the guy. It was the other guy, the one that she was trying to get rid of. And like, I think either the gun accidentally went off, or he no, they got into a wrestling match with the guy with the gun to try to stop him from using it. And one of their crew shot the guy.
Oh,
Bruh.
Yo, I'm as mad as Richie was during that episode of Static Shock. Yo, I wasn't even a part of this. Why did I get shot?
Yeah. This is wild.
And
That's wild.
and I think I think she also got hit too, because she was like in some type of dream state, or like some type of
Ooh.
astral
That's
projection
correct.
state.
No, that's just General Mary Sue stuff.
And like the end of the book was her, because their spirits were connected to their bodies and on the astral plane, like through like this thread that went from their belly button to their bodies. And she gave hers to him, and it somehow restored his, because his was like breaking apart. And she
What the fuck?
dies, and he gets to live.
I think we're done with this.
And
book.
that's how the book ended. So
Predictable. Yeah,
Oh.
we're done with the book.
Yeah.
I am currently like I'm sitting in a chair, but in my head I'm just doing Fortnite victory dances.